Scout, do you want to tell them what's been going on the past few weeks?
You know it is! 3, 2, 1, go!
Well, it's been a minute. This video is actually going to be really just a recap of week 9 and 10 long runs. Life has really happened the past couple of weeks. Unfortunately, Scout is going to have to go in for another surgery here coming up. Hopefully not a serious one. I really just don't like having to sedate him or all that anesthesia. The actual procedure itself is just to remove a couple of spots that he won't leave alone, and we don't want them to get too much more infected than they already are. It's just like an old dog thing. So, but because of that, we can't really leave him alone, and that's affected, everything. So, but anyway, here are the recaps of the last 2 long runs, which, like I mentioned, pretty sure in one of these clips, how this is not like a Galloway plan where you get breaks between long runs. So anyway, enjoy week 9 and 10 long runs. Week 9. Today is Friday and I'm doing my long run today, and we'll talk about why during the 9 miles. This is the workout where certain parts of it wants me to practice race pace, so that'll be interesting. But it's 60 degrees according to my car right now, so it's not terrible. I can tell it's gonna be humid because it's all fog. We'll talk about how this week has gone and how this run is going to feel. It's gonna be interesting. Alright, so how this run is going to go is it has me warming up for 1.5 miles and then 2.5 at race pace, and then 1.5 miles recovery or rest or jog, whatever, and then another 2 miles at race pace, and then you finish the 9, last 1.5 miles, like a cool down. So what I'm deciding to do is, for the not race pace portions, do my balloon lady pace walking, which is 1.5 minute walk, 30-minute run. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're in warm up. This week has gone okay. I forgot until about halfway through the week that I had to do my long run today, or else I would have organize my runs a little bit differently. But all right, here we go. Run segment. Okay, 1 mile in. So it means in another 1/2 mile I'll start my first race pace segment. So what math? I'm gonna try a 2.5 run, 30-second walk, which, if my math is right, my run segment needs to be about a 9:30, because my app says that my race pace should be about a 9:40. So we'll see if my math is right. But either way, it'll be a good workout. Phew. Well, I'm just now realizing I'm on my first, only rest segment between the 2 race pace. I forgot to do a loop over here. I'm just now realizing. But I always drive the downhills. I tell you what, I'm banking on the fact that November is going to be cold and less humidity. Because even though it's only in the 60s, I'm running through water.
and it's a little uncomfortable, but it went okay. I don't know if I overall hit the race pace, but I'm just pushing, so feels pretty good. This is the loop I forgot earlier. All right, second set done. Now I'm in the 1.5 mile cool down to 9 miles. I don't think I quite hit race pace with my run-walk ratio, which I'm not surprised. The other time I did a half marathon, instead of the 2:30 and then 30-second walk, I think I did 3:30, which I think is probably what I need to do. So next time I have a race pace practice, I will try that. But now I get to enjoy a lovely 1.5 mile walk to cool down. We did it. Whew. Hello. I tell you, life has been lifing. Is that an expression? But today is actually the end of week 10. So yes, at the top of this video, you heard me say that this is a two-parter. My dog Scout, the end of last week, got an infection on his leg. You know, I did that long run Friday. And then that evening, his leg was all swollen up. I had to take him to emergency on Saturday. And it seems to be getting better, but still requires quite a bit of supervision. My husband's with him now while I'm doing this. But this week has been fitting in treadmill runs around keeping an eye on him. Hence the very much lack of video. So did that race pace practice last long run. Today is just a 9 mile hilly run, which works out right here on my street because it is very hilly. And it is humid, so humid. Don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to do at any sort of regular pace. But it's frustrating because I know that things would get a lot better if I could just get some sleep. But even on a normal night, sleep is hard to come by now. Scout is wearing a cone majority of the day and still likes to snuggle up right next to me, so I get whacked with the cone several times a night. So anyway, here we go. We're going on a downhill. We're gonna trot it.
So, yes, training, especially for this race, has had so many ups and downs. But fortunately, you'll hear more about it next week. But today was a fairly good day as far as running is concerned. But yeah, I'm so apologetic for how sporadic and uneven it feels like these videos are for this season, but it is life, and I'll look back on these and we'll see how, just like I called this the theme of this training cycle for this race, Rise, how we are going to overcome all of these obstacles that are coming in our path. So, but I hope that everyone is well. I hope everyone's training is going well. I know we're getting ever closer to Wine and Dine, so that's super fun. I always enjoy getting to see the East Coast opener race. I know that Disneyland already happened, so be sure to give this video a like, subscribe. I do know for certain I will be starting virtual race series for Jar Ox and Spoon in week 11. And I also have an actual 5K race that my husband and I signed up for that, of course, I will be sharing. I am very excited to see how I stand as far as just a 5K is concerned, because previous I've been able to do a sub 35K, but because training and just health in general has been so crazy, who knows. But I do know that the weather is supposed to be fantastic that morning, so I'm excited for that. But I really also can't wait to creatively come up with a way to do Jar Ox and Spoon's virtual series. So I always look forward to doing things like that. Leave me a comment if you signed up for Jar Ox and Spoon's things too. How are you handling those 3 topical race themes that they come up with? And just as a side note, if you are praying folk, and I hope that you are, Scout surgery is scheduled for October 8th. So if you could just keep them in your prayers, that everything goes smoothly, like it should, and that we can finally get him healthier again and get him back to a really good quality of life, because he's still relatively young, and he definitely has a long time with us, I think. Always remember that you are God's masterpiece. See you next week.